question for him. Josh?
Ty, last year was it seemed like you were able to kind of take the leap a little bit last year. But what clicked for you, and what's it been like this year? I assume you're maybe taking on a bigger leadership role.
Oh yeah, just last year as the season went on, just getting more comfortable, confident, playing with everybody, especially with a lot of guys that I came in with. Then just this year, like you said, just stepping into a bigger leadership role, just in all ways, better teammate, getting more detailed in the playbook, helping people out that I can help out, everything really.
I would think it seems like to me that the secondary has really taken on an identity, at least in terms of being able to reload, and it seems like that group's found a rhythm as far as you have a few pieces leave and being able to plug guys in and step up. Do you think that's the case? Are you sensing that's continuing this year?
Yeah, definitely do feel like it's continuing. I mean, it starts with our coaches, DB coaches, and then just the leaders in our group, and just making sure we can keep that type of energy each year. Always come in wanting to work, wanting to get better.
Nick?
There's a lot of you guys not back to safety, but the corners are all going to be relatively new. Who's really stood out on the edge?
I mean, we had losing Brandon and Kelvin, like this big, but the corners that are playing now still are guys who've had experience, been playing through the past couple years. When you think about Cedric Dort, think about Carrington Valentine, even being a younger guy, he got to play quite a bit last year and showed. And then we have like Quandre, who's been doing a lot of corner, who came in as a corner, only played one season there at safety. So him moving back to corner is just like where he started really.
As for in practice, has it been fun for you guys to go against this offense this spring?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And we always talk about that. It's just seeing such a different type of offense and seeing things that we haven't seen before and all that. Like, it helps us as a defense as well too. But then again, it helps the offense because we're just competing every single day, trying to get better on both sides.
Adam?
Hey Ty, you and Yusuf were in that same recruiting class back in 2017. Obviously last year you logged a lot of snaps together. How important is it for those two safeties there in the back end to have that chemistry, and how much do you think that helps you all playing together and helps the defense really having two guys like you and Yusuf that have so much experience and are used to playing together?
I mean, when it comes to me and Yusuf playing together, like, it's just something I've been used to now. Like, I can make certain checks or something. Like, if I forget some maybe little practice meetings, like, he'll correct me or like mention something that I did mention and vice versa. And then, like, in a way, we're like the quarterbacks of the defense out there. So with both of us being vocal, trying to make sure everybody's in the right places, right checks and everything, I think it definitely helps a lot, especially just with the experience and everything coming into play.
John Clay?
Yeah, I was curious, what are you seeing out of this new offense? Have you seen a lot of difference from what you guys have faced in the past in practice?
Yeah, big difference from what we're used to seeing from our offense.
If I can follow up, what differences are you seeing?
I mean, everything's really different. Just tempo, formations, just the way the offense plays. Everything's changing in a good way. Like, nothing that I notice or anything seems like it's bad or anything. I mean, the offense is just becoming really complex, and like we all like the way it looks. They play fast all the time too, and I think that helps them a lot too.
Nick?
And Tyrell, you were part of that 2018 team that was so special, and you were part of a defensive backfield that had a lot of guys who ended up in NFL camps, that you played in every game and made some plays. You were talking about confidence earlier. How did that experience, what kind of foundation did that give you to build on, and how's it paying off now?
Just coming in with those group of guys back in 2018 and just being able to play with them at the caliber that like they were playing at, and then seeing what they went on to do, and then what we did the year after. I mean, it just each year is just more and more confidence of realizing what like we're able to do as a secondary and as players and as a team, especially defensively when it comes to pass game and all that too.
All right, we got two more, Jeff Drummond and then Adam.
Hey, Ty, is there a guy in the secondary, maybe on the defense, that people aren't really talking about right now but need to, that's maybe kind of surprised you or is really doing a good job this spring?
Sorry, can you repeat the beginning?
Yeah, is there just any player on the secondary or maybe the defense that people aren't talking about that need to be talked about?
Somebody who hasn't been talked about but needs to be talked about. It's a hard one.
Just somebody that impresses you, though.
Somebody that impresses me.
Young guys or something.
Some of the guys who impressed me on the defensive side, especially like some of the younger guys, some of the younger D-line guys, like Josiah and Ox, like just noticing the work that they've been putting in and just the way that their games are growing on the field. And then when it comes to the secondary, Jalen Geiger and Jordan, just each day, like those guys, they want to learn more. I see them not making the same mistakes like over a couple practices and just they're changing things like and just improving and stuff. Like they're definitely guys who are impressing me.
Jeff, did you have one before we wrap up?
Yeah, Ty, I was wondering, who do you really like getting prepared for and competing against on that offensive side of the ball daily? Is there a guy or two that really brings out the best in you guys, or somebody that's maybe surprised a little bit from the offense?
No surprises from what the guys on our offense can do, but the guys like I love competing with a lot. Like you have Wandale, who's been playing really well and practicing well, Josh Ali and stuff. Just really all the receivers. Like everybody's been practicing really hard and playing hard, so being competitive and all that, you got to compete. We all love to compete. So each of those guys can bring it out of you really each day.
All right, everybody, time